What is up, y'all? Y'all already know what it is. It is day 10 of me talking on camera to build my confidence. And as y'all know, I'm always in some sort of hoodie most of the time. So I'm back in my hoodie today. And today, y'all, I just was really thinking about like, what did I want to come on camera to talk about? And something that's really been, I wouldn't say bothering me lately, but that's just been really been on my mind is this idea of you have to spend money to make money. And I kind of talked about it in one of my other videos, but it's really been on my mind because I'm on this debt free journey of getting out of debt, credit cards, student loans, car loans, all these kind of things. And on the personal side, my husband and I, are pretty much almost done with our credit card from our wedding. And then we're going to start working on his car loan. But both of us are also building businesses. And a lot of times in order to move forward you have to like use a credit card or use money from your job, or you may take out a loan or something like that. And then what ends up happening is the same cycle that you just got yourself out of on your personal side, you kind of getting back in on your business side. And so I'm in this season right now where I'm trying to build a business, but I'm also trying to allow God to show me how to build it without putting myself back in bondage, right? And for me, bondage, debt is bondage for me. Not for a lot of people. They say, you got to spend money, make money, the whole thing. But for me, it just does not make me feel good. And then I saw a message today that just kind of really tapped on it because it talked about how um, fools tend to make the same mistakes again. And it wasn't necessarily saying that I'm a fool, I'm dumb, that kind of fool, but more so like you already have experienced the bad of something. So why would you choose that again? Like why would you put yourself back in a situation where you have to work sometimes 10 times harder to get back out? Like you finally got your joy back because you almost debt free, and then you go and you put yourself back in it. And the pastor was saying that you shouldn't do this thing, right? It wasn't just talking about money, but just life in general, that you shouldn't go back to something that's easy to get into, but hard to get out of. And when he said it, my mind immediately just thought about debt because I'm like, how easy is it to pick up a credit card and swipe it and say, hey, I'm building something, right? I'm going to get that money on the back end. But the other part is if the money doesn't come in on the back end, if your idea you thought it was going to be a good idea, but as you even working through it, it's not a good idea. Now you have racked up all this debt attached to this idea instead of maybe moving a little bit slower using cash to pay for it, or doing pre-orders, or doing like things that may require you to an exchange of a service for payment, things like that. And I just feel like that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm going back to old habits that I got myself out of before. And it's all in the name of you got to spend money to make money. And so I'm really starting to like ask myself, is that phrase even the proper way to think about building a business? And then, y'all, it took me like down a rabbit hole, right? Because it's also this idea that I need, like, okay, this is me. So I'm speaking for myself, right? But it took me down this road of thinking that do I really need, like, God don't need that credit card help to get me to what He has for me in my life. And it's like I'm using the credit card because I might be trying to get to something faster. But I'm like, what if God has a different plan for me that require me to maybe sit in something else, do something else, send a specific email, talk to a specific person, share the business on social media that would have brought in the income that I needed to do that would not have required me to go spend a credit card to get it. And so my mind, y'all, has just really been on that. And I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that, but I'm about to commit to a journey which most entrepreneurs, most business owners will probably not agree, will probably say that's crazy, do the opposite of that. You can't go fast if you don't get a little bit of, what they call it, business debt or business, whatever it is. But I'm gonna like try to go on this journey where I am only using available cash that I have in my name, and then leveraging my mindset and leveraging the ability to send emails and talk to people, and the ability to receive first before I spend. Don't know how that's gonna go, y'all, but I just feel like for me personally, that just does not sit right with me. Like I get it, I understand, like everybody experience with it is very different. But for me specifically, I just don't believe that God wants me to use that. And because I always end up in a spot where like my mind is going there, I'm trying to figure out, I done spent all this money in a credit card to try to build a business, and now I got to figure out how to pay it all off because the business isn't making money. So then you end up putting yourself back in this bind that you were in the first place. Had you just maybe moved a little bit slower, you wouldn't be in that predicament. So we're gonna see how that go. And I'm gonna continue my journey of paying off my credit cards and doing what I can and promoting my business and working at my freelance job and just doing different things to increase income, so that I can get back in what I believe is the right alignment, that to align myself with God's principles when it comes to money, debt, working, all of those good things. So that's pretty much what I had to share today, y'all. And I wanted to say thank y'all for watching my videos because I post these just for myself, really, so I could talk, I could practice. Like I said, it's day 10 of me building my confidence on camera, y'all, and I actually think it's working. So bye.